Good morning. Remember we watched Brother Bear and little Koda said that, on the third or fourth or fifth, whatever, coldest day of his entire life, whatever. This has got to be like the third or fourth favorite PowerPoint that I ever made. You'll understand once we get into it, because I know right now it looks like math. Well, yeah, it is math. So the name of this PowerPoint is fraction percent. The subtitle is Show Me the Money. Ta-da! Here is a silver dollar. But first, let's talk some, you guessed it, words. Per means for each. That's what the word part means. For example, miles per gallon. How many miles do you get for each gallon? Or for each gallon, how many miles can you drive? Okay? And the word part, cent, means 100. For example, a penny is also called a cent. And there are 100 years in a century, and there are 100 centimeters in a meter. Okay, so you put these two together, per cent, and it means 1 part for every 100. That's what the word means. So, $1 is 100 cents. We also write it like this sometimes. And 1 whole dollar is 100%. You have all 100 parts of the 100 parts. You could write it 1 whole, you could write 1, and you could write 1.0, or you could just leave the 0 off. Whoops, lost it. I have to make sure that everything stays in the screen. And a half a dollar is, right, 50 cents. So 1/2 equals 50%. This is why I love this PowerPoint. I like old coins, and I spent way too much time looking for pictures for this one. Anyway, 1/2 or 1/2. So can you see the relationship between money, decimals, the percentages, and the fractions? Oops, lost them again. Sorry, guys. I'll try to be better. So 1/4 of a dollar is 25 cents. And so 1/4 equals 25%. Look at this. I think this is called resting liberty, this particular design. And did you notice that she's on the $1/2? I don't know that she's on any full dollars, resting liberty, but she's on the $1/2. She's on the $1/4. Oops, more words. You knew it. The meaning of dime. It's from the Middle English, from the Anglo-French, the old French word decime, or the Latin decima, a 10th part, a tithe. Okay, whatever. 10th part. Decima, dime, means a 10th. And 1 dime is, now it just so happens that the 10 cents is also a 10th of the dollar. And notice we have resting liberty right here on this dime. 1 dime. We have some dimes here. Yeah, okay, never mind, Mrs. Smith, just keep going. And then may I introduce resting liberty. She sure looks familiar. And I wonder how much this is worth. 20 cents? This is called a double dime. How many double dimes make a dollar? Think about that for a minute. And a double dime is 20 cents, and it takes 5 of them. Oh, look at on the back of this one, it even says 1/5 of a dollar. 1/5, 20%, 2/10, or up here we could even say 20 hundredths. Okay. Oh, another coin with resting liberty on the back. It's not quite so shiny, silverish, but it does look familiar. A half dime. Wonder how much that is worth. I bet you know. And how many half dimes does it take to make a dollar? 20 of them. What do we call this today? Well, we don't call them half dimes anymore. We call them nickels. And a nickel is worth 5 cents or 5/100ths of a dollar. So 1/20 equals 5%. Look at all these nickels. Jefferson. Ooh, my very favorite. Never mind. 1/20, 5/100ths. We could get this out of the way. So notice any Roman numerals over here. Let's see. Oh, there's a 5. They call these, I think, Arabic. Roman. FIVE. Jefferson Peace Medal. Have you ever seen one of these? Nickels. Okay. First, we need 100 of these coins. The first time I made this, I actually tried to put in all of the lines, and it's like, ain't nobody got time for that. And then I counted up all of these, and it's like, I don't know. Oh, let's go back. So here's 1803, 1 cent. Notice it says 1/100th of a dollar right there. Pretty cool. Factor opinion, my opinion. Just 1 cent, 1842. This is getting a little familiar. When I was a kid, we used to call these feather pennies. When I got married, my husband goes, those aren't feathers. That's wheat stalks. Okay, well, thanks for telling me. These aren't necessarily in time order. Okay, let's just keep going. Oh, that's called the Indian head cent right there. Bet you can't tell. Ooh, during World War II, they needed the copper to make brass, to make shell casings. Did we already talk about this once? So the pennies were made of a different alloy, a different mixture of metals than just copper. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Ooh, Lincoln pennies. I don't think I've seen. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't think I've seen any of these. I have seen this one. Okay. Whew. By the way, what? See the fraction? Oh, yeah. Fraction! So a penny is 1 cent, or, that didn't help a lot. 1 cent. It's 1%. It's 1/100th. It's one. Actually, I guess it's 1/100th. It's not 100th. It's the fraction part is called hundredth. Not okay. Let's just go on. And now, may I introduce? This was my favorite part of making this PowerPoint, because I found. Best guess. This is the United States of America, 1883. How much do you suppose this coin is worth? 3 cents. We don't have time for all that other jazz. 2 cents. Well, do you want my 2 cents worth? Here it is. A half cent. Notice that. It's 5 thousandths of a dollar. It's 5/10ths of a percent. It's 1/200th. Oh boy. Now, I think we talked about this. The Spanish dollar, or famed pieces of 8, commonly used in the colonies, was so valuable. It was frequently cut up to make change. And you could divide them easily into 2 bits, 4 bits, 8 bits, a dollar, all for Madison Stand Up and Holler. That was a cheer when I was a kid. I don't know if you still use it. So there's a whole dollar, there's a half dollar, quarter dollar, 12.5%. Yeah, gets awkward about there. It says these Spanish coins were accepted as currency in the United States until the mid-1850s. And that's the bell to start school, or maybe it's the bell to end this PowerPoint.